Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with another, looks like 11 trades. Today's date is June the 23rd and I am using my new power trigger system. Love trading with my power trigger system as it makes my trades easy and a lot of fun. The system will give a pop-up box as such, with an audio sound suggesting whether it's going up or down, tells you the pair and the time. There's a lot of them in here. Let's see, if you go right down to the bottom, got into trades this morning around as early as 7:17 a.m. and a little after 8 a.m. Now it doesn't mean to take every signal you get. What you have to do is check the charts. Highly recommend you drill down the lights from the higher time frame. You will have more winning trades when you do that, and then you'll be going in the direction of the higher time frame. And as you take the trades, you will find many more of them successful. So let's move along. Now, before I get into these trades, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time. And that includes all my trigger systems. It took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you will have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy this education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. I highly suggest putting in more than one trade at a time, as no one knows which pair will move the greatest number of pips. That is why I place 3 or more trades at a time. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I will put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. Now, the bulk of these trades I took today qualified for a great way to trade. Comes with a very high success rate, and you can learn the concept of it in less than a week. Okay, let's get into these trades. Pound Aussie, first one I took. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Here's my stop right there, and I got in at this cursor. I was actually hoping it was going to break the bottom, which is what it's doing now, but as I said many times before, I close out the trades when I'm happy, and I'm generally happy once I see 100 or more pips. And today I got well over 100 pips, and that is why I closed out the trade at this point. Okay, took the trade here. My initial stop, well, let's see, it looks like 17 pips. It only went 14 pips against me. And I closed out the trade. Looks like it was just a scalping trade for pips on this Pound Aussie, and that paid $303. Just to let you know, the last trades from the pound dollar moving to the right here, they all had the USD in it, and I took those trades because the meter told me, look at less than 10%, 7%. That is what I call a bus driver. If you have a good meter, it will pay for itself your first day of trading. You must have a meter, a good meter. Not all meters are equal. Moving right along to the New Zealand dollar. Let's see where I got in at. The previous trade, just like this one, qualified for a great way to trade. Perfect, screaming, everything, all indicators saying to buy. There's my stop, 10 pips. and I closed out the trade. Again, I was just scalping on these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 trades. Remember, scalping is only 2 to 10 pips, and of course everything above and beyond the 10 pips, I call that a bonus. Now, I ended up with 4 pips on the New Zealand dollar trade, and that ended up paying $500. Check that one more time. Make that 5 pips. 5 pips, $500. Looking good so far. Aussie dollar right beside it. Let's drag and drop it up. Everything's screaming to buy. Trading is super easy, a lot of fun, like I said. Here's my stop right there. Don't really need to put in a stop because I'm in front of the charts, but I've had some traders comment, how can you trade without a stop? Well, as long as you're sitting in front of the charts and you know you have one or more good computers and you have good internet, well, it's not super important, at least not for me. But the stop was 9 pips, still going up. I could have stayed in a trade for more pips. And by the way, I teach for you traders who like to get more pips. See, right now that's 17 pips. And I ended up closing out this trade with 6 pips, just being happy. And 6 pips on the Aussie dollar paid $600. Okay, next pair, euro dollar. Remember, these trades are based on dollar weakness. It's only at 4%, which means it's still going to be working its way up. Euro dollar right here. Drag and drop it up. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. Love it, as it just keeps pumping out pips every day. Stop is only 10 pips. And ended up with 6 pips here. Could have got more, but anyhow, I was happy with 6 pips. And 6 pips on the euro dollar paid $600. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot make serious money scalping. Remember, scalping 2 to 10 pips. Just do the math on the first 5 trades here. I'm sure any one of you could quit your day job if you were pulling in money like this. Moving right along, pound New Zealand. Let's see where I got in at. Drag and drop this up. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. I watched this for a while and should have got in a little bit higher up, but not a big deal. I knew that I was going to get out as soon as it got around near the bottom. And that's exactly was close enough for me. I was just scalping. My stop was there, 24 pips. It only went against me about 21 pips. And I closed out the trade, it looks like, with 10 pips. And 10 pips on the pound New Zealand trade paid $706. Every time I take the trade, I'm generally happy with just scalping. But I know that if I'm taking 5 to 10 trades, some of those trades are going to give me a lot more than 10 pips, as you'll see towards the end. Pound yen, another fantastic trade. Drag and drop this up. Bought it. Now it did do a pullback, and I was, you have to be prepared for pullbacks. Keep in mind a 10 or 20 pip stop will not hold. But anyhow, at this point right here, it was going up. It was a blue candle, and it could have just as easily kept going up. But knowing that, it could also do a pullback. That's why it's very important. You have to drill down the lights from the higher time frames, and once you know the trend direction, then you just hang tight, and everything is telling you it's going up. So getting in at this cursor, I know it went against me more than 40 pips, but I knew it was going to go back up and test these tops, these 2 tops right here. So closed out the trade being happy with 13 pips, and 13 pips on the pound yen paid $1,080. $82. You really have to have trade management and of course money management in order. If not, this could have been easily a losing trade. And in, many years ago, this would have been a losing trade. But once you know the flow of the market and the trend direction, then you know how to stay in the trade to turn a losing trade into a winning trade. These are all things that you have to learn, and the only way you're going to learn is by getting education, and education is not free. It's amazing at how many traders, they don't want to buy education, but they're willing to give thousands of dollars to the broker. Well, we'll see how long those traders are actually still actively trading. Remember, get your hands on as much education as what you can afford. Okay, Euro Aussie, drag and drop this up. So far, every one of these trades is exactly the way I teach in the videos called A Great Way to Trade. Took the trade at this cursor, there's my stop, 18 pips. And of course, I closed out the trade, bouncing around at this bottom with 15 pips. And 15 pips on the Euro Aussie trade paid $1,137. Moving right along, let's check out the next trade, Euro CAD. By the way, all the pairs right up to this pound dollar, I call them my workhorses, and everything after that is just based on meters and how the charts look. I call these pairs just icing on the cake, more or less like scalping. Euro CAD, let's drag and drop this up. Another one I sold, another one perfect, qualified for a great way to trade. Stop was right there with 12 pips, and I closed this one out with 17 pips. And 17 pips on the Euro CAD paid $1,385. Okay, moving on to my bonus trades or scalping trades, whatever you want to call them. Dollar CAD, here it is here. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. Stop was really small, look at that. For you traders who like to put in small stops, I originally started a little bit higher, but I tightened it up when this candle here closed. Stop at that point was 11 pips, and I closed out the trade, it looks like with 18 pips. And 18 pips on the dollar CAD paid $1,548. Moving right along to the second last trade, Euro New Zealand. Drag and drop this up. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. Everything's screaming to sell, which is exactly what I did. Ended up closing out the trade at this cursor. Don't even know where the stop is. There is a stop in there somewhere. But anyhow, I closed out the trade with 27 pips. And 27 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $1,903. Moving on to the last trade, pound dollar. Drag and drop this up. So it looks like every one of these trades, all of them, qualified for a great way to trade. Took the trade here. I tightened up the stop to this point right here, almost break even, later on as it was further on up. The original stop would have been here, about 13 pips. And it looks like I closed it out at this point, just being happy. That is it. Happy with 29 pips. And 29 pips on a pound dollar paid $2,900. So this is another great day of trading. And on this day, I ended up with 150 pips. And 150 pips paid out $12,665. So if your trading is not producing like my power trigger does on a daily basis, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video and you'll see this right up right here. Power trigger system. I do charge $250. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, you will never succeed at trading. My power trigger system comes with 4 gigabytes of training. You'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 5 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and of course my favorite meter. Now it comes with a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. This is what you're going to need. As I said previously, you're going to need a lot of education. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways, and that's why there's 42 training videos. Today's 11 trades, all qualified for a great way to trade. This is what I focus on, and it brings success on a daily basis for me. So now you can put this video on pause, read all the different ways that I teach how to trade the markets. If you have any questions at all, quite simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, here's my email address. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now, I really do prefer Skype, made it easy for you. All you have to do is click on this link right here. And through Skype's screen sharing, I will give you a free session and answer your questions. I'll do all that with no obligations. If nothing else, you will get some free tips and tricks. Now, if you click on this link right here, you will see 32 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, until the next video and trading day, good luck with your trading and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.